Do you ever wonder why your Bermuda grass looks so terrible in the springtime, especially if you've just overseeded a winter lawn for the great looking grass that we have here during the wintertime of Phoenix, Arizona? My name is Eli Hall. I'm with AMS Landscaping, and that's what I'm here to talk about. It's a little bit of a controversial subject, but it's a challenge that we've seen over the years. It's getting just harder and harder really to overcome this challenge. We're calling it the green deception. Why overseeding with a winter lawn in Phoenix really hurts your Bermuda lawn. Every fall here in October, we do a scalping of many of the yards. Not everyone does it, but a lot of people like to have it scalped and overseeded for the winter so that you have a nice green lawn throughout the winter months of November through February is when it really makes the most impact, when your Bermuda grass has gone dormant. The issue is a lot of the challenges that come from installing that winter lawn is actually impacting your Bermuda lawn the following spring and summer months. I'm going to just talk about 3 of the things that we see that we run into that have really been a big culprit of the issue. First one is the seed load pressure. Just having so much seed actually can choke out when you're laying down the rye seed in the winter months of October, November. A lot of that seed grows, the grass kind of fills in, and it chokes a lot of that Bermuda grass. Even though it's dormant and it's not really growing, it is still competing with the roots and obviously the turf that you've planted it, because although Bermuda's not actively really growing, it's actually roots are still pretty healthy and are actually gaining nutrients in the fall and winter months. So that comes to the next issue, just competition in the springtime. So a lot of these perennial rye seed grass that we're putting in for the winter lawn here in the fall, it is extending longer and longer into the spring. And so what ends up happening is you're competing with your winter lawn competes with the Bermuda grass, and the Bermuda grass just really struggles to fight for more of the nutrients from the soil. Obviously, just the space for root health, root growth. It's fighting for nutrients, and all that sort of thing is really making it a challenge for your Bermuda to grow in and come in nice and healthy in the springtime when you need it to really be flourishing by summer. The last thing that we've noticed that's come to our attention is that the actual rye grass releases a natural toxin that actually damages the Bermuda's roots. And research from University of Arizona has confirmed this now, that these toxins really weaken Bermuda roots and just making it more challenging, making the Bermuda roots more vulnerable to pests, frost, poor desert soil, which we have plenty of here, shade, and then even fungi and invasive weeds. So if you see like more of these issues coming throughout time after overseeding many years, you'll start to notice that your Bermuda just really has challenges surviving the spring and summer here in Phoenix. And so what's next? What do we talk about the recovery plan? So if there is a couple options that we are offering as a solution, if you want to give them a shot, ending ryegrass early. This is something that we've tried with a few customers over the years, where we actually stop the water for about a week to kind of get the ryegrass to start going in dormant, for the ryegrass to start to die off. Come springtime, when we get our first heat wave in March, shut the water off for a week and then come back and scalp it so that it actually gets a lot of that ryegrass out of there, and it's mostly will be dead at that point. And so now you just have Bermuda grass that gets to really flourish and fill in the areas where the rye will start to die off, and the roots will start to die off as well, and give the Bermuda grass roots more healthy space and the utilization of the nutrients in the soil to actually come up and start filling in much better. So you have a scalping that'll happen, obviously if you overseed in the fall, and then again in the spring to help your Bermuda grass recover. That's been a big solution that we've really offered here at AMS Landscaping, and it's something that we could definitely help you out with if you want to give that a shot this next spring. Another option is just skipping overseeding for a season, just seeing how your Bermuda looks the following year, making sure that you get nutrients in the soil for root health for the Bermuda grass during the fall, and then of course a starter fertilizer the following spring so that it can just recover a lot quicker and come back, and just see how your Bermuda grass does the following summer after skipping an overseeding season at least. And so watering smart, not on a schedule. This is kind of what it really is a lot of people try to overwater during this transition period in the springtime. It's advice we've given in the past, because really before we understood all the other additional challenges that the ryegrass was causing, we would just try to really heavily water to get the Bermuda grass to kind of just fight through that winter lawn, winter rye, and just start to flourish. And so now we're seeing that's more of a challenge, because you're actually watering and keeping the rye healthy as well. And the more water that you're getting, it's actually, it assists in the rye for even being able to give it to last longer going into springtime. So, and just strengthen naturally through proper mowing, proper watering, proper sunlight, proper chemical use, just using the right fertilizer treatments at the right times. These are all means and opportunities you can be taken advantage of to really get the lawn to thrive in the springtime after you have overseeded and that season has kind of been completed. So skipping overseeding is really probably your best solution if a summer lawn is really important to you. The challenge is, if a lot of people, in the wintertime enjoy their yard more, they actually go outside more in the wintertime. And so not having a green lawn in the winter faces additional challenges if you actually want to use it more. Obviously, we're not using the yard probably nearly as much in the summer, unless you have a pool, you're in your backyard. You want the grass to look better when you're out enjoying, maybe pool parties in the summer. So these are some of the challenges that we deal with. Options are you can actually, there's actually fertilizer treatments that are a type of dye that can actually dye the Bermuda grass green in the wintertime and also fertilize. So it's kind of like a double whammy of giving it a little bit of nutrients in the fall for proper root health, and also just spraying the lawn a little green so that it actually doesn't look so yellow in the winter months. So it's not quite as green and lush as your winter lawn, but at least it's not looking as yellow and dormant as it normally would if you just let everything go. So these are some of the tips that we offer here at AMS Landscaping. If you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to us. Our website at azlawns.com. Also check us out on YouTube and Facebook at AMS Landscaping, and also follow us on X and Instagram at AZ Lawns. Make it a great day.